Very good morning, all the students of 5th standard. We are learning here our history lesson, and page number 40 is going on. Page number 40 is going on of our lesson. It is okay that. Pots made on the potter's wheel now. The day we have learned about the potter's wheel, that how they made the pots. Now potters, they began to use wheels to make pots now. The copper age was the age of many new inventions. What the copper age was there? That age was a number of new inventions. That new inventions took place or invented into the copper age. The invention of the wheel is also most important among them. Among that, the invention of the wheel. A wheel was invented. So the invention of wheel was also most important among it. Now, it is generally agreed that the wheel was the first used by potter, and it is generally agreed that it is agreed by the number of the peoples, and they said that first of all, what the wheel was used in a transportation, or when wheel was discovered, and the first wheel was used by potter. Generally agreed that peoples they accepted this one, that what the first wheel was used or introduced. That wheel, first of all, it was used by the potter he used the wheels there. So in this way they discuss. So it is generally agreed that people believed, all the people they believe that first of all, when the wheel was discovered or invented, and then that wheel was used by potter, it is in a cart, and chariots probably began a later by later. So later on, first of all, it was used by potter, and later on afterward it began to use by the it began to use in a carts and in other field, that in the chariots, the cart we can say that. Next one, the trade and transport now. Once the potter began to use a wheel, once the wheel was invented, or once they began to use the wheel, it became possible to make pots in a large production. That so it became possible. What is there? It became possible for them to make pots in large numbers there. So in large number it's became available. That in this period people started making symmetrical and colorful pots. That so people they began to make symmetrical and more colorful pots. They began to be used or to make at that time with the different designs on them. Potter and other craftsmen began to live close to each other in the village, so as to manage their work more easily. That so what is there? Those were the common people or the potters. They began to live close to each others in the village. Means they can be managed their day-to-day affairs or work easily. When they are close, it will be helpful for them. So we can say that this became the industrial area of that village. So we can say that it became the industrial area of the specific village there. So where skilled craftsmen had their settlements and centers of the productions. So those who were the skilled craftsmen, they had their settlements, and also along with that center of the productions in their regions. This happened mainly in the village settlements where the raw material is available. Wherever the raw material is available, there such type of facility started there, or people began to live there. They started the business. Skilled craftsmen, and along with that raw materials. When we are making the pots at that time, we need the materials, the raw materials, so soil we need. So wherever the availability of raw material is available, there such type of changes or development we have seen. Such village settlements expanded rapidly, and in this way, such villages they start to be expand rapidly there. So what is here? Wherever the raw material is available, there mostly people craftsmen start to be settled, and they start to make productions there, and it's become more conveniently suitable, situated for trade, also good for the trade. As the scale of production increase, when the production start to be increased, the scale of production, what is the production quantity is there or the number is there, when the production number or the quantity began to be increased there, trade to expanded with it. So along with that, trade is also start to be expand that, what are the business is there, that start to be expand. Therefore there was a need to change the old system of transport. So there is need to be changed, what is the old system of transport is there, that systems we have to be changed. So they felt need to be changed the old system of transportations. Now it was in this period that wheel vehicles, cars and chariots were first brought into the use. So it was in this period or in this age, what are the carts were there, wheeled carts or wheeled vehicles, carts, this the chariots, they began to be used in a proper started there, they began to start to use. Here some pictures are also there about the carts there in your textbook, you can see that such pictures are there. Now rise of cities and script. Now long distance trade, rapid transport of goods and center of large scale productions are factors that brought together people engaged in the different types of work. What is here? Long distance is there, along with the long distance trade is there, rapid transportations, fast quick transportations of goods and center of large scale production there. Big cities is there, the centers are there where the production start to be increased there. So large scale productions are the factors that brought together and people they engage into the different types of work there. So this gave rise to the cities. So in this way cities start to be developed, or it gave rise to the cities. Now it became necessary to keep permanent record of expanding trade and their growing productions. So it became necessary for the traders, whatever the trading business was expanding, it was increasing, to keep a record of their trading business there. When the trading business was expanding, it was increasing, so it became necessary for them to be maintain the records, to keep up to date record of their business there. So it became necessary for the traders also, for the businessmen also, to be keep permanent record there of their expanding business and the productions there. By now sign and what are the different symbols had already come into use for the purpose of record keeping that. So sign and along with the symbols, they start to be it was come to an use that they began to be used, sign and record there. For this purpose they start to be used the sign and record this to maintain their up-to-date information that. So they began to be used, sign and the different records, they start to be used there. Now along with it, along with the sign and the records, what are the some other information is there, that other information we will see in the next video. Okay, thank you very much, bye bye.